not
Okay,
elite schedule.
before you
yet.
say
That's true.
the ACC is irrelevant, they still have Clemson and they still have
And
Miami. And
And look at what they
ACC's
do in the
dog.
playoffs.
Miami's
What did they do in
not
the
good.
playoffs? And the SMU almost beat Clemson in the ACC championship.
SMU made the playoffs.
And look what happened.
What's going on, You Don't Know Ball podcast fans? Welcome back to the show. The full staff again, and Unk is back. Unk is here on the show. And thank Jesus for Bush Apple coming back out, because I don't know what I would be doing without it. Just kidding. But,
No, he's not.
so there's a lot of stuff that's happened this past week since we last sat down and chat. Such as like the Pistons getting their ass beat, and then who else?
Pope getting elected.
Pope. Honestly, I think LeBron was snubbed for the Pope, but whatever. And there's a couple other things, so we'll get into it. Well, we might come up with some like question segments just to get through the episode. So
Yeah, we might have some fun
happy
today.
Happy 50th.
It
I was
is
just gonna
epi-
mention
it is
that,
our
yeah.
50th. It is our 50th episode. Wow,
50th
that's a
anniversary.
milestone. No,
Hey, you know what?
not even a year. not even a year. But this is our 50th episode, so thank you for everybody who's tuned in for all the episodes. We love the support, so we all have a drink except Jack to celebrate.
Jack's
So-
got creatine. It's all right.
Yeah, sorry. I've had problems with drinking in the past, but if you guys really want me to have something, I can.
Sure, dude. Let's see it. But
I don't think I got anything.
Way to make it about yourself.
yeah, bro.
All right. Yeah. Happy
But-
50, guys. Happy 50.
Yeah.
I'm on like episode like 10, but you know, one day we'll get there.
Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
You're on a episode, so that's cool. You're on a couple episodes. You made it here before episode 50, so that's all that matters.
True. True.
All right. So while Jack's getting a refreshment, we're gonna start the show actually. So Caleb, you want to kind of catch us up with what's happened in the NBA world so far? Because I'm a little out of touch.
Hey, man, it's all good. Second round, kind of been, I don't know, it's been interesting. I guess I'll start by saying, congrats to the Knicks. They won that tough series. Jack, that looks really good. So the Pistons, they put up a really, really good fight. I'm proud of them. I'm upset that we couldn't get a win at home in Detroit. But that we have hopefully many more chances to do that and end our losing streak at home. It was really fun to see this team fight back, win some at the Garden though, and push this Knicks team to their limit. Jalen Brunson, his foul baiting got better as the series went on. And I mean that to say as he stopped doing it as much, which was refreshing to see. Some ethical buckets had. And, the Pistons are just not there yet. They need a couple more pieces, obviously. So, we didn't expect them to win the series. Proud of them for pushing it to 6. And now we move on to the second round where we did see history where no home team had won until last night when the OKC Thunder blew out the Nuggets by like 50. I watched that game. Super rough. Nuggets look bad, but it's just one game. They're going back to Denver 1-1. I think the most interesting series to look at right now is probably the Eastern Conference series because the Knicks have 2 20-point comebacks, back-to-back games in the Garden, and now they're going back to Madison Square Garden at home, up 2-0. So no one believed in the Knicks, once the series was starting, and now they're up 2-0. So, I mean, the Celtics, they're in trouble. And it's crazy because the Knicks have won all their playoff games by less than 4 points. Every single game they've won has been by less than 4 points. So, I mean, there's no telling where this team can go. I do think that Celtics are capable of coming back very easily and still winning this series, but if they go down 3-0, that's going to be tough to come back from. So we'll see where that goes. And also the Cavs are in a lot of trouble. I think part of that is due to they have some injuries. They're missing their starting point guard, Darius Garland. They're missing Evan Mobley, who is a Defensive Player of the Year candidate and honestly an MVP candidate because he's on the best team in the league. So the Cavs are down 2-0 to the Pacers, and they've really surprised me as well. Pacers are a really tough group, offensive-minded, and when they're on, and it's hard. Better defense doesn't necessarily beat better. Well, better offense always beats better defense. So, and Donovan Mitchell is only going to give you close to 50 points a couple of nights out of the playoffs. So, I think those series are really interesting. And we're looking at our first round predictions here, and I think this will be pretty interesting to go back through. But I'm noticing right now that I think all my winners were right.
Wow.
Except Lakers and wow, why do I have the Clippers beating the Nuggets now? Wow, with the benefit of hindsight, it's so weird to look at. But yeah, I wonder which one you had the Pacers. I wonder which one of us got the closest.
For our audio listeners, we were looking at our Instagram post we made for the NBA playoffs, so a little bit of context there.
Yeah, for sure.
But,
I think we all had the play-in correct. I went 6 for 8. That's not bad. Let's see. Isaac went 1 for 1, 2 for 2, 3 for 3, 4 for 4. You
5 for 5.
5 for 5, 6 for 6. Wow, 7 for 8 for Isaac. Good job.
Yeah, not bad. I like that.
Mine sucks, so let's not even look at mine.
Alex, you got 1. Never mind. You lost the next one. Lost the next one. Got another one. So you're
2 for 4 in the East, and then 3 for. You predicted the Warriors Rockets going 7, so I'm proud of you for that. Thunder Mavs.
There we go.
You had 5.
Dude, I think you only got
You got 4 for 8.
Right. 4 right.
50%.
So what I'm hearing is that I absolutely dominated everybody who put in predictions. So I actually know basketball more than Caleb. So I am now.
Knows ball
basketball.
for sure.
I know ball.
And imagine if Bapple was out back then. Definitely would have went 8 for 8.
Yeah,
If you didn't go with the brain
rot, dude, if you didn't go with the brain rot of Lakers in 5, you would have did it. But
I know.
I think everyone thought the Lakers were going to win, so I thought that was the right pick too. But I mean, they just didn't look ready for playoffs at all. But that's round 1 talk. I think also the Warriors. Speaking of the Wolves, the Warriors made the Wolves just look horrible in their first game. Yeah. They didn't even have Steph, so I'm curious where that's going to go tonight. They're probably going to have Steph tonight. It's another game in Minnesota. For them, this is a must-win because if you go back to the Warriors arena with them up 2-0 with how well they're playing and how well Jimmy and Steph and Draymond are all playing, they look
Buddy Hield.
Buddy Hield's going crazy too. I mean, strength in numbers. This is what that team reminds me of quite a bit. Like that team back in 2015 and 2016. This is that strength in numbers mindset, and everyone's showing up to play. Everyone contributes. Steve Kerr is coaching out of his mind right now to figure out the puzzles of these other teams. So, I mean,
Zaza Pachulia's bitch ass better not be back though.
Oh, dude, Zaza's like 43.
That boy hurt my boy Kawhi.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. For any of you guys,
I remember seeing that.
Still not over that.
Jack's favorite team and player is the Spurs and Kawhi Leonard. So I remember that series too. I was very sad when Kawhi went down because they were beating the Warriors, dude.
Yeah, dude.
That game 1.
I was watching that series in the car. And they didn't go to game 7 or something, or game 6.
Dude, I think Spurs won 1 game, and it was when they were already down 3-0. So it was like
really. Oh, okay.
Yeah. But Kawhi went out game 1. That's why. But when Kawhi got his ankle hurt, they were up by like 14.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just blew it. But yeah, we've seen. I think the biggest and most interesting thing right now is to look forward to is just no lead in the NBA is safe. I mean, we've seen, especially in this second round, so many 20-point leads just blown, gone away in seconds. And I mean, the Pacers, I don't know if you guys saw it on Instagram, but they made a 9-point or an 8-point comeback in like 36 seconds or something like that. Like it was some T-Mac stuff going on. And Tyrese Halliburton gets his own rebound on a free throw, hits a step-back 3 to put him up. I mean, that's just nightmare stuff right there for the Cavs. I feel really bad for Donovan Mitchell because he played really well. But, yeah, we'll see where it goes from here. If I'm a betting man, I'm betting on the Pacers to win because Cavs just – I mean, they need their 2 guys back, and if they're not back, the Pacers are probably going to win that series. I'm still gonna bet on the Celtics to beat the Knicks, even though they're down 2-0. 2 astronomical comebacks in a row. I think Celtics can still easily win that series. Give me the Warriors over the Wolves, and honestly, I'll take the Thunder over the Nuggets just from what I saw last night. They'll keep that momentum going into Denver, and if it comes down to a Game 7, I got the Thunder winning that at home. Their home court's too good.
Yep. I like that a lot, actually. I really like Halliburton and how he's played. He's been tearing it up in the playoffs so far, and that, like you said, that was a nightmare scenario for the Cavs. But if I'm the Pacers coach, I know what I'm working on in practice the next day is free throw rebounding, because I'd be damned to let that happen again. So,
Yeah.
Tough series.
Tyrese Halliburton is going crazy too. He's player of the playoffs so far. Him or Aaron Gordon deserve player of the playoffs because he's had an amazing playoffs team.
On Brunson.
He got Brunson's been really good too. I think Brunson was really good last year in the playoffs. So those three, I mean, Brunson won clutch player of the year, so I'm not surprised that he's performing in these minutes down the stretch. But yeah, there's no shortage of good action in the NBA. And I know the NHL playoffs have been really good too. I don't know if we want to segue over to that and have Jack talk about that. Do you know anything?
Yeah. We'll do that in a second. I just want to say one more thing. I just think Aaron Gordon has resurrected his career ever since he's been in Denver.
Oh, for sure.
It was really cool to see that he was average on the Magic, I guess. He was really good in the dunk contest. Never forget that. But as soon as he got to Denver, he's just a whole another player. I think he's got a whole new confidence to him, which is pretty cool to see.
Yeah.
A player bounce back and kind of resurrect his career. So. All right,
that's what I love about Jokic so much is because you can put anybody next to him, he just brings them to another level. I mean, Jokic to Aaron Gordon or Jokic to another player who lobs it to Aaron Gordon. I mean, that's been their bread and butter for the past 3-4 seasons. So I'm very happy for Aaron Gordon as well. And if the Nuggets can pull off another finals run, I wouldn't be surprised if Aaron Gordon sneaks in a finals MVP or something over Jokic. For sure. That could be something that happens.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, it'd be cool to see. But so let's move over to NHL playoffs for a bit. Jack, kind of run down what's going on over there, because we do know that our Red Wings did not make it. So what the hell happened?
In fact, not make it this year.
Did you call that slump early on, a couple episodes ago?
Dude, they won 3 games in March. 3 games in March.
Ooh. Dude, what
they always fall apart in March, man. It's rough.
Couldn't be the Pistons.
Couldn't be. No, I'm glad it's not. But no, the hockey playoffs have been crazy lately, honestly. So just the other night, finished up the first round for them, and a few series that were especially good to look at was the Dallas Stars and the Colorado Avalanche. So these are 2 teams that both of them could win a cup at any given moment. These are 2 really good teams. And one of the players from the Avalanche got traded over to Dallas earlier in the season. And it was kind of weird because there's a big 3 in the Avalanche with Nathan McKinnon, Cale Makar, and Mikko Rantanen. And Rantanen got traded without even consulting Nathan McKinnon or Cale Makar. So that was kind of weird, but it ended up in Game 7. Mikko Rantanen scored a hat trick in the last game to put him away. So,
wow,
made his ass, and he came back, and he's the highest scoring point guy in the playoffs right now.
Jeez,
wow. Really?
So that was a big mess up right there.
Yeah, that's kind of like a Nico Harrison thing where it's your player comes back and drops, a crazy game. Like Luka did that to the Mavericks earlier this year in the NBA. So yeah, that's good for that guy who got traded, man. I don't know anything about hockey, but that's sick.
He's got back-to-back hat tricks in the last 2 playoff games. So
that's probably pretty hard to do, huh?
Yeah, oh yeah.
That's pretty insane. That's pretty
scoring one goal in the playoffs is hard enough, let alone 6 in 2 games.
Let alone 3.
That's going crazy. Another series was the Jets and the Blues, St. Louis Blues. The Jets were the number 1 team in the NHL this year, and they were playing the Blues. That went to 7. and the Jets were losing 3-2, and the last 1.6 seconds, the Jets tied it up, went into double overtime, ended up winning the game.
Jeez.
So yeah,
that was I saw that go on Instagram, and I was like, dang.
Mhm.
Like, you probably don't see many like
crazy.
buzzer beaters in hockey, really. Like, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
if it goes in like at the buzzer, like, does that count?
I don't think so.
Okay, so if the
I think
player like shoots
it has to be across the line before the time runs out.
Really?
Okay, I see. So that's about as close as it gets, man. That's pretty crazy.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's really
insane.
Really crazy. And the thing is, the Jets goalie has kind of been getting dogged on because he's been the best goalie in the regular season for like the last 5 years. But in the round one of playoffs, he can't win the round one of playoffs. So
Wow,
he's really getting dogged on.
Dude just keeps getting dogged on. That's incredible.
But maybe this is their year. Go Jets.
Maybe it could be.
Hell no, we don't want that cup in Canada. We want to keep that thing in America.
Who won it last year, Jack? I forgot because I know Connor.
The Florida Panthers won it last year.
Wasn't that a Game 7?
They played Edmonton in Game 7 because Edmonton was down 3-1. I think ended up pulling it to 7.
Gotcha. Yeah, I remember watching that, and that that's the highest level of hockey you're gonna see, and that was pretty incredible. Awesome atmosphere.
But I mean, Edmonton doesn't have a goalie really. They got shitty goalies, so that was amazing that they pulled it to a Game 7 last year.
Dang.
How they got two of the best forwards in the world, but
yeah.
How did Florida do this year?
Florida was good. They're 3rd seed in the East, I think.
Okay. Are they still alive or no? They just got eliminated?
Yeah, no, they're playing the Maple Leafs right now. They're down 2-0.
Oh, man.
So they got to do something.
Damn.
But the Maple Leafs are really good this year, and they're pretty notorious for getting kicked out in the first round after having a good regular season.
Yeah. It's tough when so many teams are like that, man. Like, even across all leagues, your team can be good for a 6-year window, and sometimes you just won't put it together, and that's what I fear for the Lions, man. Finally, like, we're good. And all the comments and, like, our loss to Washington posts on ESPN and stuff were like, welcome to like, the big league. Like, I don't know. It was just these fans of, like, teams that have been good for a while, like the Ravens or the Bills. You know, those guys are like, yep, this is what it's like.
Bills fan here. Welcome to the big leagues.
We're the freaking Bills now.
Yeah.
I swear to God, if we become the Bills, I'm gonna do unholy things myself. I cannot see us.
What? Just drink a bunch of Bush Apple? That doesn't sound too bad.
You know what? That's actually pretty good. I think that's
yeah, man, I'll take that trade.
That's a Chiefs lifestyle right there. I'm talking like the Bills that go to 4 straight Super Bowls and don't win one of them.
Anyway, that happened a while back.
Yeah, and then now they're stuck with Patrick Mahomes' ass in the same
dogging on him every year.
Dogging on every AFC championship. I don't know. I don't know how Bills fans just get excited for the next season because I would be terrible.
They deal with the same shit every year,
and they look better and better every regular season. Yeah. They look better and better, and still.
It's like every year Josh Allen's having an MVP candidate season, and it's like not beating Mahomes in the AFC championship.
Roger Goodell is just cooking on that NFL script every offseason.
That script, man.
No, the script is the Chiefs and Bills play during the regular season. The Bills win. Everybody's feeling good about themselves. They get to the playoffs, and then it's reversed instantly. Yep. Chiefs just come out and win, and everybody's like, "Well, why can't we do it twice?" And then I don't know. As a Lions fan, I'm glad I'm not a Bills fan because I would much rather go 3-13 and know that we're trash than get stuck with Patrick Mahomes in the same division and losing the AFC Championship every year.
Right. And hey, we know we can beat Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, we can. All against him. We could have had a Super Bowl rematch.
Yeah.
And we decided to blow it.
We couldn't beat Brock Purdy though.
We were so robbed.
We got so robbed, dude. So robbed, but I guess we can't really talk about playoffs in those 2 years.
Yeah, we did.
That's Dan Campbell looking at all the DBs on the Lions roster after they played that San Francisco NFC Championship game.
Dan Campbell should have never went for it on that 4th and 4.
No, he
What?
should have kicked it.
Let me ask you this. What game is more frustrating in your guys' point of view? The Washington game or the San Francisco game?
San
Francisco for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, we were up 20. We were up 20 points. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know how we lost. I don't get it.
It sucks that both of them were. If we just got to stop in one of those games, we would maybe go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I don't know. We lost to they're both equally frustrating because we lost to San Francisco when we were down by 20, but we also lost to the Commanders this year that to a quarterback that uses virtually reality to prepare for games. So
and just threw slant routes.
And just threw slant routes, and no, he had a couple good dimes in there. I ain't gonna lie. He was tearing us apart.
He was dodging us up with a couple throws to hurt.
Yeah, but most of his throws are 15-yard, 20-yard slants to Scary Terry or whoever the hell. The tight end.
Ertz
Ertz
got mossed a couple times, though.
Zach
got
Ertz,
mossed a couple times up there. And
My
I
ball,
think
Zach Ertz.
with the Washington game, there's at least an excuse that, we had the most injuries in the NFL.
Yep. Got hurt at the wrong time.
At the time of that game. So we at least have an excuse. I feel like there's really no excuse for not making the Super Bowl 2 years ago.
No, I mean, we were up by 21.
Yeah.
We were up by 21, so there's no reason why we...
And what's even more frustrating is they go on to lose a close one again to the Chiefs, which is I would have much rather had San Fran win it because I like San Fran. I genuinely like their team.
I like San Fran.
Absolutely. I think it was frustrating because we were up by 21 against San Francisco, and then we lost to a team that we already beat in the season. The 49ers lost to the Chiefs. I was like, I don't know. And then the cherry on top for that year is all the Swifties were like, oh my God, they won the Super Bowl for Taylor Swift.
Oh my God, I couldn't stand
I'm so
them.
happy. I'm like, oh my God. Just
hey, don't be hating on Tay-Tay now.
I could give less of a you know what about Taylor Swift. Speaking of NFL talk, we had a trade this week of George Pickens getting traded to the Dallas Cowboys. So what do we think about that?
Yeah,
good Lord.
Whooping Dak's ass when he's throwing interception.
Yeah, Jordan Lewis was particularly happy to get out of Dallas because he went to Twitter and said, God wanted me in Jacksonville or something like that.
Dude, when the first thing I thought when I saw that was that one, the Steelers just saved Pickens' life because DK and him would have been beefing and DK would have killed that man.
I wanted to see him and DK on the team though.
They would have been cool. I don't know. I think they would have had problems with each other and just tried to fight every second they got. But...
I think they would have been tag teaming a freaking corner down the field. It would have been like
two of the most aggressive receivers I've seen. Jesus. But the other thing I thought is that I think CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens duo is going to be deadly. Because I
agree.
I think George Pickens is really underrated for a receiver. He just never had a good quarterback. So now he gets
Dak, we didn't see as much as we should have with him in Pittsburgh.
Right.
And the Steelers went from an okay offense with whoever they just needed a quarterback, so they're probably going to get Aaron Rodgers to having only DK Metcalf.
They traded away a lot.
Yeah,
they have Will Howard, and their quarterback room is terrible. They don't have Aaron Rodgers. So I don't know what they're going to do. There's a problem in Pittsburgh because they're going to win the first 9 games of the season and look
Will
like a
Howard
team.
put me onto that. That's NBA young boy.
I think I think the Steelers are they're poised for another 9-8 season with even if they get Aaron Rodgers, I think, honestly. Maybe even worse. We saw what Rodgers was with the Jets last year. Who's going to say that he's still a good quarterback after that disaster? He had all the weapons he wanted. He even got Devontae Adams, and they still only won 1-2 games with him. So
I don't know.
I don't trust Aaron Rodgers for a minute, dude.
The only team I want Aaron Rodgers on is my beach football team. That's about it.
I don't know, dude. It's going to be interesting.
Him and Tom Brady should do a charity event.
Yes.
No. What? Hey, where does Devontae Adams even on a team right now?
Yes, he's with the Rams. I just saw it.
Oh, Rams. Okay.
Oh, is he? He wasn't on the Jets?
No.
Oh wait, no, he got because he got released by the Jets, and now he's with the Rams.
Dude, a 6-game rental is crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. and he didn't even do anything.
Probably traded like a high pick for him too. I don't remember the trade exactly, but that's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean the Jets were. Come on.
When they first came out that Devontae was getting traded to the Jets, the Pat McAfee show had them on, and then like the stupid reveal that they did. Then Aaron Rodgers and Devontae are in the same room just for them to win 4 games that year. I don't know how many games they won. I just think together, the Jets are a miserable franchise, and they'll never make a Super Bowl, so it doesn't matter.
Well, maybe Aaron Glenn can turn it around. He might take they might be bad for another year, but who knows? Maybe they could have a Lions run in like another year or two.
I didn't think Aaron Glenn was particularly that good as a defensive coordinator in my eyes.
He was pretty good last year. He was pretty
good.
good
last year, but
the year
I
before
think having good talent helps for sure, though. Also, like who knows? Like, because I mean, we had a decent cornerback squad and safety squad, but
we had good safety. We didn't have good corners.
Now he's a head coach, though, so that could be completely different. Maybe he'll hire some absolute studs for his coordinators.
Yeah, maybe.
It'll be interesting to see for sure. See if the Jets can actually win over 5 games this year, and
he'll have Sauce Gardner.
It's a very exciting season for the Jets because they're going to win, instead of their average 5-win season, they're going to win 6. So get ready for that.
Boy.
But yeah.
I'm curious what y'all think about the Saints because they were really weird last year because they started off 2-0.
2-0.
Best offense in the league. Derek Carr was looking like MVP candidate worthy, and then they lost like 7 straight.
Yeah, they fell apart.
Dude, Derek Carr always goes off for the first 2 or 3 games, though, and then he just falls off a cliff. I
just wonder if that's like, I don't know. Is that a coaching thing, or is that other coaches just being better than the Saints? I don't know.
They fired their coach halfway through the season.
Okay, well, yeah, it makes sense after you lose 7 straight.
I mean, they don't have a.
We're gonna have to see what the Saints are this year because AK-47 or 41 still there, right? Alvin Kamara.
Kamara's still there. They still have Carr. He's still there. But they drafted Tyler Shuck in the 2nd round. So we'll see what that situation looks like in the season. Because I don't even know if Derek Carr's going to play. Cam Jordan's still there. They got weapons on their team to be good. It's just that they can't put it together. After Drew Brees retired, they just fell apart. And now they're like...
Yeah, Michael Thomas been hurt for about 16 years now.
Oh my God, I forgot that dude even existed, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Dude, Michael Thomas was always like a 99 overall wide receiver, too.
It was insane.
Slant man.
I know.
Slant man.
One good year, and then he gets hurt. And he stubs his toe too hard. He's done for like 8 years.
Dude, that's a Madden mobile legend. Madden Ultimate Team legend. But I don't know. I remember a cell phone celebration when you got that long touchdown. The Saints Rams game that went up like 40 points. They both scored on each other. There's no defense at all.
Yeah, dude. Jared Goff played in that game. That was like the night game of like dreams right there. Those are like the games you know. That was game of the year that year for sure.
That the Rams went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it might have been the same season because then they went back.
And then the Rams came back and beat them when they should have gotten a pass interference call, but didn't.
Hey, did they call it?
Nope. So I guess they could put that beef to bed.
Jared gonna apologize to Saints fans? Oh God, no.
And then they went up to put 3 points in the Super Bowl. That was one of the most boring Super Bowls, though. 13-3.
I love that Super Bowl.
Shut the hell up! No, you did not.
I'm a defensive guy, though.
Bro, that Super Bowl was like the worst one I think I've ever watched. Besides last year's.
Tom Brady won.
I think last year's might take the cake as like the worst one I've watched.
Yeah, no one.
That one was enjoyable.
Awesome.
That was awesome.
I don't know. It just was
you can't tell me seeing Mahomes get sacked like 6 times in a row.
You know what? It was pretty good for that reason.
I was screaming about that.
See, dude, I'm not like a Patty hater. I'm not a Chiefs hater. I just want to see a good game, and I expected them to put up a better fight than they did. They got their ass whooped. That was bad.
From the opening kickoff, it was bad.
Yeah,
it was so bad.
Eagles.
I wanted them to get their ass kicked because of Taylor Swift fans. That's the only reason.
Well, that's a fair reason. I think that's been a big thing with them. I got a fun question for y'all. I want to
Them
know
and Jackson Mahomes.
I want to know one player that like isn't signed on a team right now that you'd love to see like given another chance.
Henry Ruggs. I'm just kidding.
He would go crazy, dude. He was so fast, so
No,
fast.
I think
That's what killed him.
Yeah.
God. I think
Jack.
my player would be Will Fuller. I think I'd like to see him back in the league again because he was really good for the Texans, and then he got suspended for steroids, and then he was released and signed with the Dolphins, and we haven't seen him since. I would really like to see him come back, and this might be a little bit Notre Dame bias, but he was really good at Houston, and I think our team could use a speedy receiver like him that can make plays down the field and stretch the field. So that would be my player as of right now.
That's a fair pick. I like that.
Man, who would I pick?
I don't know. AB.
Antonio Brown.
Let's get AB back in the league. Did you guys see him cook Shiloh Sanders? He can still play.
Yeah,
he can still play. He still can.
I want to see Des Bryant back in the NFL.
Oh, come on now. He's damn near in a wheelchair.
The X. No.
I want to see The Rock in the league again.
Hey, yeah, why not? Let's see Deion Sanders get signed to a team.
Oh, God.
Terrell Owens looks like he can play another.
8 toes down.
Could still play.
Adrian Peterson could probably still play.
Yes.
I think he just got arrested the other day.
Dude, I always see clips of him on TikTok playing poker with streamers and stuff. I don't know why, but it's always sketch, Bryce Hall, and then Adrian Peterson will just be there too.
And I think I saw Adrian Peterson and Le'Veon Bell in a boxing match one time.
They fought a couple years ago.
Yeah. And Le'Veon Bell knocked him out.
Yeah,
Le'Veon Bell is another player I'd like to see in the league again, too.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, I'm not even sure why he even got out of the league, honestly.
I think attitude, probably attitude, and just
yeah.
Once dude, it happens with so many players. Once they get paid, he got paid big by the Jets, and then he just stopped.
Yeah, he went to the Jets and just fell off.
Yeah, I really want. He was on the Steelers before that, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was so good at the Steelers.
He was super good for the Steelers.
Dude, I remember on Madden 19, I would always try to rebuild the Jets, and Le'Veon Bell would be my main guy. We'd win 3 games a season. It was great. But dude, one player I would always sign was I would like to see, and I know this was big a couple of years ago, but I would like to see Colin Kaepernick get one more shot. Yeah. Give him one more shot.
Oh Lord.
Dude, come on, you can't tell me you don't want to see that fro on the field again, man.
He was good when he was playing.
He was good.
Remember
he's old.
It just might be too far gone at this point. I still think Cam Newton. I think he could in the right system. In the right system, he could be something. He wouldn't be MVP Cam, but he'd be serviceable for sure. Throw him on the Saints, bro. Throw him on the Saints instead of Derek Carr. I guarantee you they play better.
Going back to your Colin Kaepernick pick, I think his career ended when he was in a QB battle with Blaine Gabbert. I don't know. I don't really know how you do that and still be considered starting quarterback. So I like the Cam pick though. I want to see Cam.
What a name!
That 2015 season was
Blaine Gabbert.
Probably the most iconic NFL season I remember. Super Bowl 50 was that year.
Mm-hmm.
Denver, Carolina. Carolina was tearing everybody apart.
I remember in Denver just.
Von Miller showed up on the scene.
Yeah.
And
then Von Miller, dude. Peyton Manning won his last Super Bowl, and it says he's gonna drink a Budweiser or something like that, a Bud Light. Iconic post-game interview. So, but yeah, I
Peyton Manning kissed Papa John's in the forehead.
I'm telling you, that 2015 season was something to remember. So,
dude, same for the NBA. That 2015-16 season was awesome too. Good year for
sports
in general.
And life, dude. Life was so much simpler in 15 and 16.
Yeah, we didn't. Yeah.
Life was so much simpler when my parents paid
Michigan
for
was
everything.
good then, but then they ended up not being that good at the end of the season. But they were still good.
Yeah, or you said the Lions.
Oh, no, Michigan. But the Lions were okay. I thought
The Lions were okay then.
Yeah.
No, they had Stafford still.
They
Jim
had
Caldwell.
they had Sue, didn't they?
I think so.
Lions
record.
And Ndamukong
One
Suh.
of those seasons around there, they had one of the best defenses in the
They
NFL.
either just got rid of him or they had him.
Yeah.
Okay, well, they weren't that good, but he did win 7 games. So they're 7-9.
See, we were all right.
There's something there. There's life.
Wow, when we see the 2016 season, that might be a little bit better.
I thought
think
they
that
had
was
a 10
like
3
9-7.
season, didn't they?
9-7.
Oh, yeah.
9-7.
We didn't
yeah.
make playoffs,
Yep.
though, did
Dude,
we?
they fired him after that year. That made no sense to me.
Yeah, I don't know why. That was
Because we were trending up. Jim
Because
Caldwell.
they needed fat Patricia up in there.
God, yeah.
Wait,
so
dude, what if? Because Patricia was defensive coordinator for a winning team to head coach. What if the Jets, they get Aaron
Did
Glenn,
the same thing? Yeah.
defensive coordinator to head coach? Dude, they might only win like a game next year.
Yeah, and he just sucks a fat one.
Are you guys
I
talking
wouldn't be
about Ohio
surprised.
State?
No,
No, we're talking about
Glenn.
the comparison of Patricia to the Lions versus Glenn to the Lions.
Yeah. Sorry, my bad.
Or
But-
Glenn to the Jets, because it's a
Oh,
defensive
yeah, Glenn to the Jets.
defensive coordinator to head coach. Historically, that hasn't worked, at least for the Lions. So
I think the only person that has done it well is Mike Vrabel, and he was just fired
Yeah.
by the Titans, and now he's the Patriots head coach. So
And he ain't
I
never
think-
won no bowl.
He was wrongfully fired by the Titans, I feel like.
Vrabel is such a good coach. I don't know why the Titans got rid of him. So
yeah, everything went downhill from there.
Yeah.
And now they got Cam Ward. So
Oh yeah, streamer Cam Ward. All right, so let's transition to another segment. We'll go talk about 2 things in the college football world, and then we could do a Weddle for our 50th episode because we haven't done a Weddle in a couple weeks now.
yeah,
We could
yeah.
talk about we could also talk about our favorite moment from the last 50 episodes.
We'll end off with that. Caleb's gonna have
Caleb,
10
you only
episodes
have
to
like
pick
8
off.
episodes. You can pick out of
I'll think of something.
Okay.
All right. So recently, Notre Dame and Clemson signed a 12-year deal to play every year from starting in 2027. What are you guys' thoughts about that? I think this is a great move for both programs.
I think it's a good move for Clemson to just get an easy game on their schedule every year.
Jesus, Jack.
I knew you were going to say some dumb shit like that. I was waiting for it.
Just a confidence booster.
Thanks, bro. I really appreciate it.
I do not think this is the move that Notre Dame needed to do. Clemson is irrelevant. They should be playing Big Ten teams. ACC teams are dog shit. So they should be playing either Michigan for 10 years straight or whatever the hell it was, or Ohio State for 7 years straight and try to beat them. ACC teams are not.
They don't want that because
because
they're gonna lose them games, Alex.
Oh, my God.
ACC is just irrelevant as hell. They cannot
Okay,
be
before you
scheduling.
say
That's true.
the ACC is irrelevant, they still have Clemson and they still have
And yet-
Miami. And
ACC
Look at what they do in the
dog.
playoffs.
Miami's
What did they do in
not
the playoffs? The SMU almost beat Clemson in the ACC championship.
SMU made the playoffs.
And look what happened.
good. SMU got dog raped in the playoffs.
By who? Guess by who? Big Ten school.
Penn State.
Play a Big Ten school.
All I was saying is that all right, let me make these points. If Dabo Swinney is still the head coach at Clemson, they will always be relevant. There'll be a 9-win football team, a 10-win football team every season out. Do I think they should? Do I think they should have signed it with a different team other than Clemson? Yes.
Yes.
I would love to see a big team, a Big
Like
Ten team
Georgia.
like Michigan. No, definitely not. I would love to see the Michigan.
Whoa. Let's not get a hold of ourselves.
We're getting a little ahead of ourselves
Pump the
here.
brakes on that one, all right? Let's not get too far into that. But,
Let's take that to the playoffs.
you need to see Notre Dame's 2027 schedule. But
Yep.
what I was saying is I would love to see Michigan on the schedule again, or that's another Big Ten team that would make sense. Ohio State, we played them the last 2 years.
Why don't you guys come play UCLA?
No,
UCLA could
hell
be
no.
dominant in the next
I mean,
few
we already
years.
played
Who knows?
USC, so I guess it's not too crazy. But I don't know.
You guys already played Big Ten.
Yeah, just hit a California road trip.
Yeah. I like the pick. I like that they signed this deal because that gives us another college football playoff worthy team on our schedule, and it kind of boosts our schedule up. But I would have loved to seen
what you're saying. Virginia Tech isn't playoff worthy, or
have you seen them in the playoffs? Is Michael
maybe when
Vick
they had
still
Mike
Vick? No. But
speaking of Virginia Tech, never mind.
Let's get Caleb and
get your guys' thoughts.
Jack's opinions on it.
I mean, I don't really have much of an opinion. My next college football season of watching is going to be like my first one where I'm really going deep, balls to the wall with it. But I think I agree with you, Isaac. I think it's a good boost for their schedule, but not one that's necessarily going to hurt them too much. I think that's a game they can win. And you don't want to sign a deal where you're going to lose the game maybe 4 out of the next 5 years, So I think it's a smart deal.
Right.
And maybe they couldn't sign one with a Big Ten team. You never know what was going through there. So, I don't know. I think Clemson, Notre Dame, that'll be a good battle. But I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Jack?
It's a new rivalry. I like it.
I already said my piece on this.
All right, never mind.
No, I think y'all going to hate Cade Klubnik a lot more when he's putting up 6
I
touchdowns.
cannot stand that. No, he's gone
yards.
after this year. He's gone after this year, so we're good. Well, they're good. Bro, I cannot believe they play Alabama week 1 in 2029.
Holy crap. Hey, that would have been a good... Why did nobody have that game? Oh, that's 2029.
That's 4 years ago.
Holy cow.
How do they already have it set? How do they already have
Dog,
it set
that's a pretty
ago?
crazy schedule.
That's an awful schedule. No, like really good, but like, oh my God.
Y'all gonna need a new pope. Y'all gonna need a new pope after this one.
Well, the Pope is American, so we're all right.
Yeah, congrats to the U.S., baby. USA. One of us.
But yeah. So I mean, Notre Dame's got some playoff worthy teams on their schedule now. I like it. That's all I wanted to say. But let's move on to one more thing before we move on to our last 2 segments. What the hell is Michigan's athletic director doing, leaving Michigan to go to Florida? Is he
Michigan's president?
Is he trying to run away from a potential NCAA hammer for their cheating sign stealing scandal? Or
wait, Warren Manuel left?
Not the athletic. Who's the
president? Santa Uno or something.
Yeah, why'd he leave?
Santa.
That's literally his name.
That boy running to the North Pole?
Wait, Santa left the North Pole?
Yeah, he left the North Pole, guys.
No. Seriously though, like what the heck, Alex? Is the NCAA? I mean, we just saw Sharon Moore get suspended for 2 games.
No.
And now we're
what
seeing
did he get
him,
suspended for?
For the Connor Stallions thing, he got to pick 2 games. Yes, he got to pick 2 games that they get suspended for. He picked Central Michigan and Nebraska. Sharon Moore, Nebraska is not some pushover team anymore, and we play them away, and it's probably going to be a night game, and they have Dylan Raiola, and they have every farmer in the world going to be there that day.
Nebraska couldn't play against
every farmer in the world.
Bro, it's gonna, pick week 1 and pick week 3. Like you could coach. We could beat the hell out of New Mexico State, then go to Norman and play Oklahoma. Whatever, you'll be there. We need you there. And I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna leave that for now. Then we play. Then you'll be suspended again for Central Michigan, who went 2-6 in the MAC last year. Yeah. Okay. And then you'll go be back for Nebraska for Big Ten play. Why in the world would you not pick the first 3 weeks to be in your suspension? Why would you pick first Big Ten game? Maybe he had some rule they had to pick a Big Ten game, whatever. Get it out of the way, I guess. But I would have not picked Nebraska. That's for sure.
I would have probably picked the game for next year.
Yeah. I mean,
not this year.
No.
Was he able to pick a game for next year?
No, I don't know. He got to pick. He got to pick these 2 games. He got to pick this. He got to pick the games he picked, whatever.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, Isaac, I don't know why President Uno, or whatever his name is leaving Michigan. He probably wants warm weather in Florida, as he got more money. So, congrats to him. He's an
Probably
idiot
because they were
anyways.
cheating. He doesn't want to get caught for it.
Yeah.
Jack always giving his 2 cents.
Gilmore's gonna be the one that's taking the bullet here for Harbaugh.
Yeah.
For everybody that left.
Technically, everybody's already saying that the hammer came down this week or last week because of the suspension. So I'm really not too worried about what else is going to happen because if they're
I
going to
think
take the
there's
national
already
championship-
been a whole freaking football season since they won the national championship. Let it go at this point.
That's what I'm saying. I'm sick and tired of people bringing it up. Like, oh my god.
we're
dude.
2 seasons. We're going to go there. We're going to go into another football season where we're still worried about Connor Stallions.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
And
Hop off.
they really tried to screw him over by making him play Alabama too.
Yep. And guess what? None of it mattered.
But I figured I'd bring that up because I listened to the Unnecessary Roughness podcast, and they were trying to blow it out of proportion. Like, oh my god, Michigan's gonna get the hammer dropped on them here soon.
That was the hammer. They hate Michigan.
I don't know if there's much more of a hammer coming because on that note, we're gonna transition to another to one of our last 2 segments.
To a more calm segment.
Yeah, we're gonna, since it's our 50th episode, we have 50 episodes to pick our favorite moment. Hope you guys have thought of one. Caleb, you have like 10 episodes to pick from, so should be relatively
I
easy.
think that makes it a little easier for me. So
our founder, Isaac, go first.
Okay. Oh God.
Are we picking a favorite moment from like an episode or just like the college football season?
From an
episode.
Jack,
I got mine.
Jack probably can't even remember what he did yesterday, let alone 50 episodes.
Yeah, pretty much. That's a while ago.
I'm gonna go back to episode 1 when we were doing the fantasy draft, and we were all picking our meme players or our legend players, and we talked about Manti Te'o and his girlfriend not being real. And I picked the little person tight end from Baylor, and Jack picked I don't know who you picked, Jack, but I remember dying laughing about that.
I think I picked Henry Ruggs as my meme pick.
Yeah. But that first episode, it was probably still one of my favorites because it was so fun. But there's definitely a lot more moments that I like, but that one's got to be my favorite as of right now.
Fantasy drafts are always fun. They lead to good moments.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Alex, go ahead.
Well, probably it's not one of my favorites, but one of the funniest moments that we've had on the podcast is when Michigan was on their losing streak before the Big Ten championship tournament game for basketball, and I was pretty frustrated with how we just gave Michigan State the Big Ten Big Ten intern championship, and I slammed my fist on the on the desk and made a big thud. Yeah, that was probably not the greatest thing for my image, but you know what? It was funny. So, and we won the Big Ten championship tournament after that. So we're good. We're good.
I was gonna say that one, Alex.
Oh, dude. Sorry,
Jack. Go ahead.
Probably after Alabama whooped the hell out of Georgia, and we were talking about that, and just visualizing basically Alabama was going to win a whole new national championship, and that didn't happen. But in the moment, it was fun.
Just for them to lose to Vanderbilt.
Yeah, in the moment, it was fun.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. Caleb, let's hear it.
I mean, mine's got to go back to. It's kind of similar to Isaac's, our fantasy draft for the NBA episode, and Isaac decides.
That was fun. I forgot about that.
Isaac decides out of all the players he could pick, bro took Vince Carter first overall.
It's not a bad pick, bro.
Hard.
That was the last pick. I don't know who. And by the
Dude,
way,
you had the fourth pick. You didn't have this 25th. You had the fourth pick.
I've seen Vince Carter highlights of recently, and that dude could shoot. So hop off my ass on that one. And Dwayne Wade can shoot too. I've done my research, and if you put my team into 2K, I would have 60+ wins and probably be the 1 seed. I'm gonna stand on that.
One seed against a regular ass team. Not against my super team.
I just think that whole episode was fun. Drafting and everything was good. So.
That was a fun episode.
I have 2 more moments.
Vince Carter.
That we remember. One of them was when Michigan just beat Ohio State, and we recorded that. I think it was the second week, the week after, and I was all excited for that. And it was just a good time. And then the other one is when we were concepting merch for the podcast, and we have the Natty Light trailer as one of our ideas as college game day for us. So
which is coming back. Don't worry.
That will be coming back. We could actually do it this year if we wanted.
I mean, I think the Natty Light T-shirt that we have on the merch page is pretty fire. I haven't gotten it yet, but I'm going to.
Yeah, I think it's sweet.
It's a cool bar shirt if you actually give it a chance.
Trust me, bro.
Trust me, bro. You'll be king of Riz if you.
You can dress it up. You can dress it down. You can really do whatever you want to it.
Maybe this year we rent a U-Haul and we make a desk in like the trunk area of the U-Haul, and we'll be the high school or college game days for football season this year.
There we go. That'd be kind of fun.
Hey, now you're speaking my language.
There we go, Jack. We don't. We're all retired. Well, most of us are retired athletes. I guess I've been retired.
We're all retired.
No, because I'm a aspiring hybrid athlete now.
Yeah, right. You're a hybrid athlete.
Runner.
Congratulations to Jack and Caleb.
Yeah,
you guys.
How'd that go?
Oh yeah, we stupidly ran a half marathon this past weekend. I don't even know why we did that.
It was great.
How much training did you guys do?
None.
I probably ran 4 or 5Ks before that.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Dude, Jack, are you
this year or ever?
Yeah, like in the last 5 months.
Oh, good.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, that's nice.
Dude, I didn't know you had that in your bag, bro. Where'd that come from?
I had it in the bag, son.
It's always been in there.
That's just that David Goggins.
Fries down there.
David Goggins, son.
I just got that dog in me.
I guess I didn't know that I was not familiar with your game, Jack. I'll just say that. But when you guys started texting the group chat that how you guys ran a half marathon, I'm like, where the hell did this come up?
Dude, I swear Joe put in there, do you guys want to do this with us?
Well, yeah.
Now that you say that, I think I remember it.
It was in like December.
Oh, yeah, because I was the most coherent at that point. But, those are good moments. I really liked as speaking of the fantasy draft, our episode, when's our show created? May 30th?
I think it's
31st?
May 30th, May 29th, I think. One of the two.
When we have our 1-year show anniversary, we're going to run it back and have our college football fantasy draft again. Offense for one episode, then defense for another. We're running it back.
Start of season 2.
That'll be the start of our season 2. So be on the lookout for that one. That's gonna be a really fun episode. Now we got Caleb here, so we're gonna see what he picks. And you know what? He might have another kind of team like me who just picks out this random nobody like Vince Carter of college football first pick. So it'll be fun.
Trust me, I'm only picking certified bangers.
Bro, he's gonna pick only Nico.
Vince Carter was a certified banger, team. Bro.
Yeah.
Vince Carter would have been a certified banger in round 4 or 5.
Oh my God.
Very good. Very good point.
And
I can almost guarantee he probably wouldn't have been taken yet.
I'm still waiting on the 2K results because I know damn well I would have been.
Dude, you picked like 3 players that aren't even in for.
Honestly, we might make that an episode of the podcast. Like we just go to whatever Caleb's lake house and just play that for an entire night.
Episode. This is a live episode.
That would be a fun little live episode.
That might get rowdy. We might have to put a disclaimer on that video.
We might need to put like
Lots of bush apple consumed. Watch at your own discretion.
Alcohol included here.
18.
Get banned
20,
off.
21 plus.
Language in this video.
Maybe we should get like a Patreon and make it like a subscriber
There we
exclusive
go.
episode.
It's a good idea.
No
Nobody
one's
would
gonna buy that shit.
try, but
Maybe
it'd
we
be
barely
fun.
get people to watch Spotify for free.
Yeah, we're averaging about 1 view on Spotify, but you know, we're doing pretty good on YouTube and Apple.
I'm
Not
pretty
gonna
sure
lie.
that
Good.
one viewer is me.
I think it's you and it's one of our guys, one of our friends from work. Shout out Cal.
Hey, shout out Cal.
Oh,
But,
yeah, Cal. Our boss.
yeah.
Well, no, not my boss anymore.
But we'll see if I can even try to get Weddle up without my screen freezing.
Oh boy.
Hopefully I can.
I can hardly wait.
Who's it going to be today?
We'll find out.
Pope Leo. That's who it's going to be. Pope Leo.
I'm feeling a Brock Bowers today. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Brock.
Feeling like
Brock
it's going to be a
Bowers?
tight
Yeah.
end. Could be like
Alright.
Jonnu Smith.
Johnner Smith. Be quite a pull.
I think so. He went crazy on my fantasy team this year.
Wow.
Oh, dude, we need to do once the time comes, we got to do a fantasy league with us four and then whatever viewers want to join.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. That could be a whole episode, just the draft.
Pick one lucky fan.
There's just a league with 5 of us.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be fun. We should.
Someone's
do
getting to buy every week.
Yeah,
that. All right,
my team needs to rest.
all right, boys. Who's our first guest?
Why
I
doesn't
like
Jack
Brock
take
Bowers.
this one? Okay, Brock Bowers.
Isaac,
I
can't see anything on the
Brock Bowers.
Isaac, we can't see. Is that
Yeah, it's.
Is it because
being
it won't show up?
weird? It's not even letting me like share
Okay.
it.
No worries.
All right, well, you guys aren't gonna
No
be able to
worries.
see it. Yes. It
That's
is because of
okay.
the internet.
Well, just tell us it was Brock Bowers.
So,
All right. Let's just
All
end
right,
the
well,
end the
Been a
episode.
good episode
What's in the
50 then,
episode?
boys.
well, actually,
So
we
that's
could do
it, huh?
we could do Weddle on my phone. Hold on, I could do Weddle on my phone. We'll do it that way.
That's a good idea.
Here, I'm gonna do it with you so I can see what we need.
Yeah,
I'm
everybody.
just gonna
pull up
do
Weddle
it and
on
then
their
I'll
phone.
I'll tell you guys what it is.
All right, so
This dude's the opposite of fun.
so who's our first player?
What does that mean, Caleb?
Are we
Awesome.
going Brock Bowers?
We said Brock Bowers, right? That's what we said
Yeah.
the first time. All right,
Yeah.
so it's from the AFC West.
Oh.
Not on the Raiders. He's not a tight end. He's smaller than 6'4", older than 22, and a lower number than 89.
Well, that was a horrible guess, boys.
Wait, what was it again?
It was
What
not
even
the
are
Raiders,
the
but in the AFC
teams,
West.
yo?
Chiefs, Chargers.
Broncos?
Wait, Broncos, Raiders.
Could it be
I wanna say a
KJ
running
Hamler?
back.
You said he's younger than 22 or older?
Older.
Older.
Wait,
I
is
like
it
KJ
Najee?
Hamler.
It's not KJ Hamler because he's from the AFC East.
I thought
Najee
he was on the
Harris?
Broncos.
No, he's on the Bills.
KJ?
Najee Harris?
Yeah.
Najee Harris?
KJ Hamler.
Najee Harris? Let's try Najee.
Najee.
Dog taking my guess like that.
Good
I was
guess,
saying
Alex.
it for you. I was saying
Taking
it
my
for you.
guess like that.
He's not even in this. What the heck?
Yeah.
What
he
about Pacheco? Try Pacheco.
He's
All
not.
right, so he's a running back, and he's in the AFC West. He's tall. He's an inch taller than 5'10".
and he's older than 26.
Yeah.
Numbers higher than 10.
Who's my running back?
Do the
J.K. Dobbins. That's not
J.K.
yeah, it would be
Dobbins?
J.K.
JK's not with the. He's not with
He's
the Chargers anymore.
Yeah, I guess.
do
I
the
don't
Broncos
have?
have any older running backs?
They have. Who's that one? I know they have.
Oh, could it be?
Roger
Oh wait,
Desai.
no, never mind.
Oh,
The Audric
what are you
Esme,
thinking?
I don't know who their starting back is.
I was
though.
thinking Samaje Perrine. Or
Perrine?
Perrine.
Samjay Pirine?
He's shorter. He's like 5'8", though. He's not taller than
But
5'10".
it's guaranteed either on the Chargers or it's on the Broncos.
Oh,
Who's the Broncos?
Didn't you
running
guess
backs?
Najee?
Philip Lindsay?
No.
Oh.
Phil
Lindsay's
Lindsay,
gone.
not even in the league anymore.
Philip Lindsay?
Who is running the ball for the Broncos right now? Oh, boy.
I'm just gonna say, should we say Audric Esme because I know he's on the Broncos?
Sure.
Yeah.
He's
Hell
young though.
no.
Yeah, so the running back's on the Broncos.
Oh, poop nuggets. Okay.
I guess he's taller than 5'11". He's an inch taller, lower number than 23, yeah, older than 21.
Think about who Bo Nix handed the ball off to this season.
McLaughlin.
Mm.
Yeah.
Jaleel?
Yeah.
Nope,
Okay, it's not him.
not him. Boys, we have 3 more guesses.
Crap, dude. We about to get stumped.
We about to get stumped
Estimate.
for real.
We
I
already
already
said
guessed
that.
him.
Did you?
Is it
Batty.
Broncos? Who?
Batty.
Tyler Batty?
Badie.
Nope. Dude, is it a fullback? Who's their fullbacks?
Oh, man. I don't know.
Burton?
Did you say he was older than 21?
He's older than 26.
Jermaine Burton or Michael Burton?
Michael.
It's Michael.
How tall is this guy? Is he 5'12"?
I don't know.
5'12".
He's number 20.
It's
He's
kinda
a
what
running
we-
back. He's 5'11".
Watson? RJ Harvey?
Blake Watson?
Sure.
Jack's just
Nope.
looking at the roster for real.
Nope. Dude, we have one more guess. We're going to lose on our 50th episode.
I'm looking
Meant to
at
be
the
then.
roster right now. I mean, that's kind of cheating, though, because I don't really know.
We
I
can't lose
named
on
all
the
their
50th
running backs
episode.
off their rosters, boys.
Did you do RJ Harvey?
There's no way
He just got drafted.
Yeah, he's not even on here.
Oh.
What's their fullback? Do they have a fullback? Weddle usually does this.
I know who it is. It's Michael Burton.
Better be right, Alex. Michael Burton? Correct.
Let's
Got
go.
it.
We did
Dodged
it.
a bullet
That was
there.
a rough one, dude. I've never seen a Weddle where that guy just like buried that deep in the
A
roster.
white running back out of nowhere.
Yeah. All right.
All
that's
knowledge
gonna
has
do
to
it.
be deep.
He dug deep in his bag for that one.
All right,
That's going to do
boys.
it for us this week. Thank you for tuning in to episode 50 of You Don't Know Ball podcast. Keep supporting us. Let us know what you want us to talk about if you have any content suggestions. We look forward to making 50 more episodes after this. So,
And
keep
more.
supporting us and more. Never ending. New studio on the way. So, get a T-minus, I don't know, 2 months maybe. We'll see. But, appreciate everybody. And thank you guys for coming on the show today too, you 3.
Yeah, appreciate it. Happy
Oh, yeah,
50th.
of course.
Happy
So,
50th,
that
boys.
So
Yeah,
cheers to that, episode 50
Bapple it up.
in the books. All right, boys. Remember, we don't know ball, you don't know ball, we all don't know ball. We'll see you in the next week. Peace.
Salute.
All right.